Hi, I'm going to be doing a reading for Capricorn, and I am mostly just feeling called to Raven's Wand Oracle. We're going to get right into it. I was gone for a few days because all of my previous zodiac sign readings, there were little aspects of each of them that really aligned for me and really started kicking me in the hiney, and everything just got a little bit too heavy, you know, trying to move through those things and have enough energy to make tarot videos. So but I'm back, I'm here. I'm gonna pick up where I left off. I find that a lot of the readings that I do, there's little aspects of them that resonate for myself. So if you're here, you're not alone. We're going through it together, baby. I also noticed, being gone that many days, I didn't get very many views on my videos. I did not, and it was quite depressing. Well, far less than I've been getting. I did get some views. I really hope that I get to help somebody through doing this, is my thing, and I do want it to take off eventually. Time's arrow. And I forgot to make this announcement. I like to treat opposite zodiac signs like they're two different sides to the same coin. So sometimes if you watch one sign, it's a good idea to watch the other, or its opposite, because it might be the flip side to a situation that you're in. However that resonates for you. Night watch. Time's arrow. I don't know why that stood out to me, but I'll show it to you. Kind of being on guard about something. There's that green glow in the distance that I just noticed. Back here. Okay. I know Time's arrow speaks to... Well, actually, I'm going to have to read that. It's been a while since I've had to work with that card. Ouch. What does Capricorn need to know? Stepping away. I see this card as a means of releasing control over something, taking a step back from it to refocus yourself on something that you can control, like yourself, how you're choosing to move through your life. Dreaming days. I see this card as someone who is waiting for a response from someone they love, a romantic interest. Whether that resonates for you or not, I have no idea. Or maybe waiting on the arrival of someone. Oh. And then we have farewell. That made me feel a little sad. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get into that. I haven't had to work too much with any of these cards, so I'm gonna read them and then come up with where did it go? There it is. Don't mind me. We will start with Time's arrow, since that was the first card that popped out to me. Rebecca Parsley helps the dragon toad in his quest to know the future. She presents a crystal ball, waiting for something to appear, or perhaps it won't. The future is a murky land, but one thing is certain: time can magnify or diminish. Do things seem futile because time destroys all eventually, or precisely because of this, everything we do has significance? Time diminishes pain as it heals, just as it magnifies by urging us to spend every moment well. Magnify or diminish, both can better our lives, and time can be your servant, not enemy. And I think with that stepping away card that I saw in Dreaming Days and Night Watch, waiting for something, being on guard for something, worrying about something, waiting for something to appear, having no idea if it will or not. It may not. But sometimes when we get that far into waiting on something, it really, really saps our energy and takes us away from what is right in front of us. What we could be putting our focus on, things to better your life, goals. Worrying so much about something that you can't control, or something that you have no idea if it's coming or not, is a distraction from the things that you can control, like I said a little bit earlier. That stepping away card speaks of being too close to something, trying too hard to control something. And sometimes worrying about something is a means of control, trying to control an outcome, being attached to an outcome. And I know it's so much easier said than done. I've been there. I get it. I probably spent a solid 5 years waiting on someone to come back. And it was obvious that we had a bond. It was obvious that we had feelings for each other, but only one of us was really willing to admit it to ourselves and do something about it and move forward with that. And there was lots of endings, hoping that they would see and then come back. And we went on and around in circles like that, and it's just gotten tiring. Like I have nothing left to give to that. I don't have any more energy to spend on waiting and wanting and longing. I have places I want to be, goals I want to achieve. I want to build a house out in the middle of nowhere. I want to have a garden and a heated greenhouse that can run in the middle of winter with a koi pond in it. And I want to have a little hammock swing in there so I can sit there and enjoy all of the things that nature has to offer right in the dead of winter when it's the emptiest. And I want to be a mom. But to me, in order for me to be a good mom, is someone who can focus on what's important, what's right in front of me. Because let's say things don't work out between me and whoever I have kids with. If I'm so focused on the person that decides that they don't want to make it work with me, my kids aren't going to have my attention. They aren't going to have the best version of me because I'm going to be spending all of my energy on something I can't even control. And I don't want that for them. So me making the decision right now to no longer invest in something I can't control, something I have no idea if it's ever going to work out, is me protecting my future. And perhaps we all need to do that. Or anyone who shows up here, if you feel called to this reading, you have so much abundance right in front of you. All right, let's read Farewell, because I really gotten into it already. We all must let go at some time or be let go. Isabel Summer is saying a sad but loving farewell to her friend. When a relationship collapses in heartbreak, we dwell on the person we lost, not realizing that by thinking about them so intensely, we keep the pain alive, perhaps for years. Thoughts create feelings, and feelings shape our world. When thoughts turn to loss, direct them toward different matters. It will be hard at first, but with patience, escaping the prison of destructive thoughts is possible. And if that isn't fitting, I don't know what is. You're not going to create the future that you want with somebody who doesn't even want to be there. Sorry. And I'm sorry to say it so blunt, but... And this isn't saying that it would never work out. It's just your eggs can't be all in that basket right now. Not for you. You deserve so much more of your attention and focus and commitment than that. All right, let's move on to the tarot and see what that has to say. And I'll be working with the Black Tarot. I often like to call it the Shadow Tarot. It is designed to help you face your shadow. And there's nothing wrong with your shadow. It's just learning to integrate it so that way you can be in balance. And being in balance is what creates alignment, getting you to where you're meant to be. I'm feeling really good about tonight's readings. I really hope they find who they're meant to find. I found myself a little bit afraid to pair my readings up with my own experiences to help people, because I get worried that someone's going to be like, oh, you're making this all about yourself. But the whole purpose of me having gone through whatever it was that I've gone through, I feel like is so I could utilize it to help somebody else. I feel like I was meant to help other people navigate life and whatever it is that they're going through. You know, being a true friend. I feel like a true friend is somebody who won't let you destroy yourself. You know, somebody who won't let you keep abandoning yourself. Even though there's only so much they can do. But if you're open to it, you know, someone can help you. You know, you have to be willing to see things for what they are. And be willing to make the necessary change. And I can tell by these cards that you're in a very hard spot. And you're probably incredibly heartbroken. And I am very sorry for that. I know how difficult it is. And it's okay to feel those feelings, but sometimes we can use those feelings to help fuel us into making moves for ourselves. Maybe you need a little bit more rest. Maybe you need to take a nice bubble bath because it helps you rest. Maybe you need a book that helps you cry, because crying is release. It's how you cleanse your heart and your soul of everything that's weighing it down. Maybe you need to hang out with a good friend. My go-to is my dad. Ooh, I am very emotional. I'm very sorry for what you're going through right now. I know it's not easy, and I'm not trying to make it sound like it is. Like I said, I'm here to help you focus on what is going to benefit you at the end of the day. Okay, and we have the Star and the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. There's such gentleness that comes with the Star. And the High Priestess, see how she's got the moon behind her? she's taking a look at what she's been through, her deep feelings, and she's using that to help her move throughout life. But you have to be nice to yourself, compassionate. Allow yourself to slow down. Allow yourself softness, comfort. But you also have to keep your focus on you, on what's right for you, seeing you, giving you what you need, choosing you in every moment that you can. The King of Cups. Being fully in tune with your emotions, feeling all of it, and still making moves is how I see that. Because masculine energy is the energy of action, moving forward. But being as this is the King of Cups, he is someone who is fully connected to his feelings. All right, what does Capricorn need to know? Damn. Okay. All right, we have the Fool. Creativity, new beginnings, leaps of faith, taking scary steps forward. Notice how there's a full moon there. It's just standing out to me. And it kind of looks like there's a wand beneath him. Wands represent fire, action. Maybe being fully connected to your feelings and then taking that leap of faith forward, letting something go. We have the Knight of Wands, then we got the Lovers and the Five of Spheres. Being as I'm seeing so much about letting something go and stop not waiting on someone coming back around, this Lovers card is me seeing somebody who's coming back home to themselves. Reconnecting with themselves. The Knight of Wands. I get cracks in my fingers and it hurts really bad. Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wandas. Where am I? Okay. You need to go on an adventurous quest. Break out of your routine and explore. Adventuring and exploring. Well, I think the cards clearly indicate that your routine is being stuck in a state of waiting, longing, hoping, wishing, instead of focusing on yourself So I think that you're being asked to take what feels like a risk and come back home to yourself. Take an adventure toward yourself. Explore yourself. Explore what you want. Explore your hopes and dreams. Explore what it means to love yourself, to choose yourself. I'm really sad. This isn't the most happy reading in the world, but I hope that it's encouragement for you to be like, you know what? F this. F this stuff, and I'm going to do what it takes to make me feel chosen. Struggling on your own. Perseverance and persistence. It's not going to be easy. You're going through a lot. You feel alone. But you can make it through this. Establish a self-love routine. A night where each night you're constantly choosing yourself and coming back home to yourself. And I don't know what that would look like for you. That's going to be a decision that you have to make. You have to figure out what it takes to make you feel loved. What are the things that you're wishing that this other person would do? How can you incorporate those in such a way for yourself? All right, I think we're going to leave that here. I'm wishing you the best. Give yourself a nice warm hug. Personally, I would go sit in a nice warm bath with bath salts and body oils, because that's what I need to feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. All right, I'm wishing you the best. Like I said, you're not alone. You can do this. You can choose yourself. Good night.